does. He was great last Wednesday, but today is a new night, and we'll see. What kind of stuff he's got at the start of this ball game. He's just about finishing his warm-ups up. The umpires: Cody Clark has home plate tonight. Emilio Jimenez at first base. Adam Beck at second base. Alex McKay is the third base umpire. So a four-umpire crew, at least for tonight. I only had a three-umpire crew that first series at Harbor Park last week against the Norfolk Tides. Leading off is Brandon Donovan. And we are now set for this game to get underway. Donovan, Gorman, and Yepes in the first inning. And Donovan is a left-handed batter. So lefty on lefty as Park works off that third base side of the rubber. Here's the windup in the first pitch of the night. And it's going to be a strike on the inside corner. This game at 6:50 getting underway. So it was supposed to start at 6:35. 15-minute delay. And the pitch missing outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the right side. Backhanded by Remillard. Tossed to first. And the out is made.
Well, I like to see that early count swing and a ground ball. Keeps that pitch count low. Now, he's expected, he's pretty much stretched out. Expected to go about 5 innings. They were kind of monitoring him in the first start, but, he's not as a hard thrower where you might be more conscious of pitch count, so it's a good sign as long as he's productive.
Here's Nolan Gorman, also a left-handed batter. First pitch is going to be down and away, ball 1. Gorman, the second baseman. We saw him last September in Memphis. Actually, we closed the season that last week, September into October. This one is inside ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Another one of the higher rated prospects in the St. Louis system. The windup by Park, and now the pitch. That'll be a strike on the outside corner. Next one, swing and a ground ball to the first base side, foul. Over by the Charlotte dugout. And the count is now 2-2. Juan Yepes is on deck. Perez, the catcher for the Charlotte Knights. Carlos Perez. Sebi Zavala is the first baseman tonight. Remillard plays second base. Romy Gonzalez at short. And Ryder Jones at third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball. So Gorman is the second out. He turns to the umpire and asks if he swung a strike on the outer half of the plate. So 2 down here in the first, and the batter is Juan Yepes.
And we're getting our first looks at ABS, the automatic ball strike indicator for in use here in Charlotte all season long. It'll be displayed, I think, out in the Pacific Coast League later.
Here's a strike as Juan Yepes stands in. First right-handed batter today for the Redbirds.
Or I think it's in the PCL. Some International League teams will get it later in the year, I think is what it is.
He's hitting 105 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Swings and misses. He swung the bat really well against the Knights in Memphis last season. Count is 0-2. Park winding up. And the pitch is hitting the ground to the second baseman, Remillard. Couple of steps to his left, gobbles it up, throws to first. And it's a very impressive 3-up, 3-down, top of the first inning for John Park. Picking up today where he left off last Wednesday in Norfolk. Knights coming up at the bottom of the first inning. No score, Truist Field. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Knights coming up in the bottom of the first inning and getting their first look at Matthew Liberatore, lefty for the Memphis Redbirds. John Park was very good on the top of the frame, a 1-2-3 inning. So here's Mark Payton leading off. He'll be followed by Adam Hazley and Romy Gonzalez. They had a shift on with 3 infielders over on the right side, and Payton rolls over the first pitch and pulls it foul. First pitch fastball, and he got around on it, dribbling it over on the first base side of the infield. Foul. Payton is batting .300 with 3 RBIs. He was 6 for 20 in that Norfolk series. Puts a bunt down. It's a good one. It's a foul ball. Just foul. With the shift on and his speed, that was a great idea. Just pushing a bunt up the third base line. But at the very last moment before it crossed past the base, it went foul.
Yeah, good idea, good location too, Matt. I mean, it was skirted that line, but just, I don't know, about 2/3 of the way down, just started to roll a little bit left and went into foul territory.
The count is 0-2. They keep the shift on. Here's the windup by Liberatore. And the pitch fouled away. On deck, Adam Hazley. Ollie Sanchez is the catcher for the Redbirds, as he puts down some signs now for his left-handed starting pitcher. Next delivery is up high with a fastball, 94 miles an hour. Up and inside on the left-hander. Got the second baseman, Gorman, playing about 5 feet into the outfield. Spangenberg, the shortstop, on the right side. About 12 feet or so to the right of the bag at second base. And the foul ball at home plate. And the count stays 1-2 on Payton. He fouled it off his foot. Now we'll walk that off. 77 degrees the first pitch temperature tonight. Very little breeze at all. Lights are on. Still some sunshine left. Shadows in the infield. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Payton. Lefty on lefty. No score, bottom of the first. Here's the windup by Liberatore. And the pitch is pulled foul over by the Charlotte dugout. Sean Powell is back as our strength and conditioning coach, which means he's got his fishing net back on the far side of the dugout. Trying to protect the camera well.
He's got a lot of experience now. He's a veteran now with that net. Has been for a couple of years.
Here's the 1-2, swing and a foul.
What a great at bat for Payton here.
Yeah, during the offseason, he does some part-time work on the Deadliest Catch. Goes out to Alaska. Fishes for crab.
Yeah, that's when he's writing screenplays and novels, right? Nonfiction works.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of time on the boat.
Renaissance man. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the right side. Charging in the second baseman. Gorman's got it. Throws to first. And they get the out of Payton. So 1 away. Adam Hazley now coming up. White Sox picked him up at the end of spring in a trade with the Philadelphia Phillies. And Hazley playing in his 7th game, hitting 150, has 1 RBI. Lefty on lefty. There's the windup and the pitch. And it's outside. So Liberatore struggled a bit in his first outing, which was against Gwinnett. He took the loss. Lasted 3 2/3. Gave up 7 hits and 4 runs. And the Stripers hit a couple of home runs against him. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 5. Here's a fly ball to left, and it looks like the left fielder lost it, but it's a foul ball out of play.
Yeah, Burleson looked like he didn't see it, but once he did track it, he saw it was out of bounds, out of play. I think he's calling for I thought he was going to call for glasses, but it looks like the manager's signaling the defense here.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul back. Romy Gonzalez is next. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a slow ground ball. And this might be trouble. The first baseman comes off the bag. But Yepes, who scoops the ball up, has no one to throw it to. The pitcher late getting over. And the second baseman, Gorman, started to go that way as well, but he couldn't get there in time. Nobody there as Hazley gets himself an infield single. And the Knights have their first hit of the night.
And that's all hustle. Good. Well, first of all, it was well placed. Wasn't a hard hit ball. So Gorman had to come charging in. But then you combine that with Adams' speed there, makes it a base hit.
By the time Yepes fielded that ball, he really had no play. So Hazley at first base. Here's Romy Gonzalez. Romy got back in the lineup late in that series at Norfolk, and he swings and misses at the first one here, strike 1. He played an opening night, then he was under the weather for a few days. Got back in the lineup. Playing in his 4th game and his 3rd in a row. Here's a base hit to the right side. Goes the other way with it and singles into right field. Capel plays it back in quickly. Stopping on second base is Hazley. And the Charlotte Knights have runners on first and second base right now, and only one out. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Carlos Perez, who was tearing the cover off the ball at Harbor Park.
Hey, just what a great swing there to send it to the opposite side. Put good speed on it, but good control. Placing it roughly where he wanted to on the right side where that big hole was.
So Carlos Perez will stand in. Carlos played 5 games in that 6-game series. Hit .364. Couple of home runs and 7 runs knocked in for him. Right-handed batter, and the pitch to him is going to be a strike. Had 4 doubles as well. He leads the Knights with 6 extra base hits. He's slugging .818 after the first week of the season. And a couple on base right here. Knights trying to strike first in this one. Here's the pitch. Check swing foul right by the on-deck hitter as he buzzed Ryder Jones in the on-deck circle. So 2 strikes the count on Perez. Liberatore's been getting ahead of the hitters. Back-to-back hits against him, though. The infield single by Hazley and the opposite field single by Gonzalez. Left side of the infield playing back. The second baseman, Gorman, is shading way up the middle and is shadowing the base runner Hazley at second base. And Yepes, the first baseman, is way off the line. Outfield straight away. Now the 0-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a smash, caught at third base. And the runners get back. That was a laser beam at Donovan, and Donovan made the catch about shoulder high. If that ball's 5 feet to his right or left, it's a hit, but it's right at him, and he makes the catch.
Yeah, he barreled it up. I mean, that was just a hard smash, but location, location, location. Donovan playing perfectly off the bag, and Perez just smacking it right at him.
Right now, I guess you say center field, right center field, are the difficult sun fields. Everybody else in the shadows. Pitch to Jones. He swings to the first one, grounds it to the first baseman, Yepes, who goes to second. His momentum has taken him that way. And the ball fielded at the bag at second by the shortstop, Spangenberg, and the put-out 3-6 to retire the side. It's a fielder's choice for Jones, who jumped to that first pitch. Knights get a couple hits, but do not score. They leave 2, and at the end of an inning here tonight, the Knights and Redbirds are scoreless on the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Top of the second, no score. And leading off for the Redbirds is Alex Burleson, left fielder, and a left-handed batter against the lefty John Park. Here's the pitch, and it just misses outside, ball 1. Burleson hitting .357 on the young season. Couple of home runs, 3 RBIs. Swings and misses. Big uppercut swing right there by Burleson. He was trying to hit that one on Mint Street.
Many have tried.
It'll be a 1-1. And he takes a strike on the outer half of the plate, 1-2. The big guy Baker is on deck. Here's the 1-2. Swing. Foul ball to the left and back in the seats. It stays 1-2 on Alec Burleson. Burleson's a big guy in his own right, might be. Look at the guy on deck, and it's not even close.
No, he's a...
Lucan Baker is a load. Here's the 1-2, and it's a ball up high, 2-2.
He's a throwback to like Pete Vukovich, kind of the old big-time sluggers, you know?
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. That might actually have been a changeup on the outside half of the plate. He got him swinging. So Burleson is the second strikeout victim of Park tonight. He has set down the first 4. And here comes Lucan Baker, designated hitter. And he is a big guy. He's hitting .286, a home run, 2 RBIs. He's the DH, and that's where he kind of figures to play in the big leagues if and when he gets there. Strike on the outside, 0-1. Now at the universal DH in baseball. The pitchers no longer bat in the National League starting this year. Pitch inside here, 1-1 strike. Gives guys like this more opportunities. Here's the 1-1. And that's a strike on the outside half of the plate, 1-2. Breaking ball.
Craig Counsell, the Brewers manager, was on MLB Network Radio driving in. He was talking about how it's a difference from National League managers, how they manage now.
Outside of ball, 2-2. Yeah, the game's changed.
Right, because now, if a guy's doing well or if he needs a little bit of work, if he needs to work something out, but he's coming up in the order, you take him out. Well, now you can leave him in and let him work it out a little bit.
2-2. And it's just off the plate. It'll save the bullpen a little bit, too.
Sure. And he was also saying it doesn't tax the pitchers either because, they may come in from running, a ball down.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout. Got him to chase one on the outside half of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts for Park. So he's making quick work of this Redbirds lineup the first time through. Connor Capel coming up. No score, top of the second. Knights will put a shift on with 3 infielders on the right side with the lefty at the plate. Capel hitting 167, 1 RBI. He's 2 for 12 so far, playing in his 5th game of the year. Here's the pitch by Park, and it's going to be a strike. That one 89 miles an hour, continues to change speeds and hits his spots. The windup and the 0-1 is fisted down the left side. Long run down the line by Payton. He's not going to get there, but it's a foul ball. Wasn't hit high enough for Payton to run under it. But now the count is 0-2. With the lefty up, he was playing out towards left center, so he had a long way to go. Now he's pretty much straight away in left field. Sanchez on deck. 5 in a row set down by Park to begin the game. Knights keep the shift on. Capel back in the batter's box, deep in that left-handed box. The windup, and Park delivers, and it's in the dirt. Try to get him to chase one, but Capel did not bite on that. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Park played his college baseball about 90 miles from here at the University of South Carolina. Rocks into the windup. Lefty fires, and it's hit on the ground into the shift. The second baseman, Remillard, scoops it up and throws on to first base to retire the side. So, Park in 2 innings looking very good. 6 up and 6 down. He has struck out 3, and he's got 3 ground balls to the second baseman, Zach Remillard, so far. Middle of 2 at Truist Field. No score. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Mike Rodolfo just rejoined the team, recently sent back to AAA by the White Sox. He was out of options, had to clear waivers, and he did, which was, to me, a little bit surprising that nobody claimed him. Power hitting outfielder. Knights right fielder tonight. And the pitch to him is going to be outside ball 1. Had over 20 home runs a year ago. And to make a roster spot, the White Sox releasing Patrick Kivlahan from the Knights roster. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. We're in the bottom of the second, no score. And after Miker, we'll see Sebi Zavala. And then Dwight Smith Jr. The wind-up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Knights got a couple of hits in the first inning off Liberatore, but unable to score. Liberatore looks in for a sign, working off that third base side of the rubber. He delivers outside for a ball. 2-2 now on Adolfo. Now, Liberatore is the 3rd rated prospect in the Cardinals organization. Came out of that 2018 draft class. Here's a foul off to the right. First round pick in 2018 out of a high school in Glendale, Arizona, which happens to be where the White Sox hold their spring training. The count is 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Adolfo's the first strikeout tonight of Liberatore. Brings up Sebi Zavala. Sebi played in 3 games against the Norfolk Tides in that first series. Had a couple of doubles, 4 hits and 9 at-bats, a .444 batting average. Looking for his first run knocked in of the year. Knights batting in the second, no score tonight. It's the home opener. Here's the wind-up and the pitch, and Sebi, a right-handed batter, takes a breaking ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck is Dwight Smith Jr. You look at the scouting report on Liberatore, and they say he's got a well-rounded 4-pitch arsenal. And he's polished beyond his years. A young guy that can really pitch. Here's the 1-0, and it's up high. "22 years old, Liberatore is. Next pitch is cut on a missed. And he won't be 23 until after the baseball season. Has a birthday in November. Lefty fires, and it's hammered to left field. That ball's way back there. It is up, and it is gone. A home run. Sebi Zavala. Oh, my. He got all of that one. Hammering one to left field. And the Charlotte Knights have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second on a big-time blast off the bat of Sebi Zavala.
And he knew it, Matt. You could tell on the flip of the bat after that ball was launched right next to the Piedmont Natural Gas picnic area awning, out past there. Pretty good poke.
Now, Liberatore gave up a couple of home runs in his first appearance of the year. And now one here in the second inning tonight. And the batter is Dwight Smith Jr. Lefty against a lefty. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it's down low. So for Smith, he's hitting .300, has 3 RBIs. He's 6 for 20, playing in his 6th game of the year. DHing tonight. Now the pitch to him. He swings and rolls one slowly towards the second baseman. And the play made by Gorman, 4-3. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And bring up Zach Remillard. Remillard batting .263. No home runs, 3 RBIs. He went 5 for 19 in that Norfolk series. On opening night, last Tuesday, belted a couple of doubles, and the other 2 times was robbed in right field. Great plays made in right field. And had the wind not been blowing in, he might have had at least 1 home run, potentially 2. He takes strike 1 from Liberatore. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Knights have a 1-0 lead. Zavala's first home run of the season. And for the Knights, that is their 6th home run as a team. We saw the Norfolk Tides hit 9 home runs in that series. Pitch is hit on the ground, wide of third. Bobbled by the shortstop. No play. The third baseman, Donovan, dove for it. Couldn't reach it. Then Spangenberg, the shortstop, came over. And the ball came up and hit him on the heel of his glove, and he couldn't make a clean play. So safe at first base is going to be Remillard.
Yeah, what a tough play, too, for the shortstop with the third baseman diving in front of him.
It made it a tough play. We'll see how they score that. And now here's the top of the batting order. Payton for a second time. Lefty on lefty. Pitch is hit to the gap in right center field. That ball is hammered. It's going to get down and go towards the warning track. Cut off by DeLuzio in center. They're sending around Remillard. He's going to score from first base on the run-scoring double by Payton. And the Charlotte Knights now have a 2-0 lead.
One thing Les Helms told us before the game today, Matt, one thing he has seen early on from this team is that it's a much more improved running team from last year, meaning he's seeing guys take the extra base, and in this case, on a double to right center, scoring from first base.
That's the third time it's happened so far in 7 games where the Knights have scored a runner from first base and a 2-base hit. So Remillard coming around and drawing no throw at the plate. Knights have a 2-0 lead. By the way, they did give Remillard credit for an infield hit. So now the Knights have 3 hits in the inning, 5 in the game against Liberatore. The first pitch here is fouled back by Haseley, who had the first hit. It was an infield single last inning. And this one is going to be outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next one is cut on and missed. Gonzalez would be next. 2 down here in the second. Knights have scored twice in the inning. Liberatore, third base side of the rubber, comes set. He glances back at second base. And now delivers home. And it's down low, blocked by Sanchez, the catcher. And now it's even 2-2. Redbirds outfield straight away with the lefty at the plate. The right side playing back. The shortstop is still on the left side of the second base bag, but shadowing the base runner. Mark Payton taking the lead. Count 2-2. Here comes the pitch by Liberatore. Swinging a liner off his glove right to the shortstop. Spangenberg throws to first, and the inning is over. 1-6-3 in the putout. Screaming liner back up the middle. Liberatore got a piece, and it kind of glanced off his glove right at the shortstop. So 1-6-3 on the putout to retire the side. But he's not fooling anybody the first couple of innings. The Knights now 5 hits. They've scored twice. So 2 runs in the inning, a home run by Zavala. They leave 1 on base. After 2 innings of play, the Charlotte Knights have a 2-0 lead. And this is the Knights Baseball Network. Top of 3 at Truist Field. The Charlotte Knights have a 2-0 lead. John Park winding up, and his first pitch is strike 1. Ali Sanchez leading off. Lower third in the batting order. So far, Park has set down the first 6. Deals outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Sanchez, we saw him late in the season last year. He's hitting .091 right now. No home runs and no RBIs. Pitch to him is going to be outside. So a right-handed batter against the lefty on the mound. Spangenberg and DeLuzio the next 2, and then the top of the batting order. There's a line drive foul ball past the first base umpire. Emilio Jimenez, the first base umpire tonight. New lights here this season. New LED lighting were put in at Truist Field. This pitch just off the outside. Ball 3, full count. Doesn't take time like with the old lights to heat them up and warm them up. They come on instantaneously. You can turn them on and off and do all kinds of different things with home runs and such. Different colors. There's a line drive down the right field line. Foul ball. Three and 2 the count. Now the payoff pitch. Half swing. He goes around. He chased one up. Not sure if it was a strike or not if he hadn't swung, but he did. And it's strike 3, 7 straight set down by Park. So being effective up in the zone, gets his 4th strikeout already tonight. And now the batter is Corey Spangenberg, the shortstop. The wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Came right after him with a fastball. And Park again facing another lefty. This lineup is full of left-handed hitters tonight. The wind up and Park deals. Swing and a miss again. No balls, 2 strikes. Knights have a 2-0 lead here in the third. Next pitch is dribbled in the ground. Park's going to field his position on the first base side. Throws to first just ahead of Spangenberg, and they get the out. Put out 1-3. We talked about his fielding and how good it is back on the pregame show. He made his AAA debut in this ballpark last year. And the first 5 hitters either struck out or hit the ball right back to Park in that game. And that was his first try here tonight. And he handles it perfectly to put out 1-3. 2 outs. 8 straight set down. And now the batter is Ben DeLuzio. Center fielder for the Redbirds, a right-hand batter. The wind up on the pitch. He takes low and inside. DeLuzio is hitting 154 in 4 games. Has a home run, 2 RBIs. Redbirds clobbered 8 home runs in their first series against Gwinnett at AutoZone Park in Memphis. Here's a foul ball left side. A ball and a strike. And the next one is fouled away. Right off the end of his bat. Rolls over by the Charlotte dugout, and the bat boy comes out to retrieve that. And brings some new baseballs for the home plate umpire as well. Cody Clark, the home plate ump. Top of the batting order, Brandon Donovan is on deck. The count 1-2 on DeLuzio. Stands deep in that right-handed box. Looks out at Park on the mound. The Knights have a shift down with the infielders, and the pitch is fouled back on the screen. Got 3 infielders on the left side. Second baseman Remillard way over about 10-12 feet on the third base side of the infield. Games to start going 3-3, but tonight's the home opener and the first of a 6-game series. 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. A lot of folks up in Club 93 down the right field line and up in the Atrium Health home run porch as well. Here's the pitch, ground ball, and it's gobbled up at third base by Jones on one hop. The long throw across the diamond is in time, and the inning is over. 5-4, 5-3 put out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Park. He has now set down the first 9 hitters of the game. After 2.5 innings at Truist Field tonight, the Charlotte Knights have a 2-0 lead on Memphis. And this is the Knights Baseball Network. Knights batting here in the bottom of the third. The first pitch is cut on and missed by Romy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Perez, and Jones to face Liberatore. 3, 4, 5 in the order. Knights have a 2-0 lead. Lefty deals. That's a swinging strike. 0-2 as Gonzalez went after that off-speed pitch. It'll be an 0-2 to Gonzalez. Swing and a tapper in front of the plate. And the catcher grabs it, calling the pitcher off. And Ali Sanchez throws to first base to get Romy Gonzalez. The put out 2-3. If you're keeping score with us here tonight. So Romy, who had a base hit his first at bat, is now 1 for 2 on the night. And it brings up Carlos Perez. Not sure what they're cooking on the grill, Mike, but it smells good. I can see the smoke down the third base line.
It's best advertisement.
Smells very good.
Yeah, bring some on up.
There's Perez, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. Hit a smoking line drive right to the third baseman, Donovan, for an out in the first inning. Here's the pitch, and he jams himself and fouls this one back in the seats over the first base dugout. Ryder Jones is on deck for the Knights. 2 runs, 5 hits for Charlotte. Nothing across right now for the Memphis Redbirds. John Park has set down the first 9. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss at a high fastball. So, he had a smile on his face when he said it and realized later what he said. But when Wes was meeting with the media before the game, he compared John Park to our version of Tom Glavine, his former teammate with the Atlanta Braves. Of course, Glavine, great major league pitcher for many, many years. But tonight, John Park is living up to that comparison. Here's a swing and a foul ball, third base side, 1-2 the count. And John came out, and we were joking with him a little bit and told him what happened. And I said to him, well, tonight you go pitch like him. And he has.
He has. He has listened to your word.
Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to shortstop to one knee. Spangenberg comes up throwing, and he throws Perez out at first base. 2 down. Think about it. When Wes Helms first got to the big leagues with the Atlanta Braves, they were in the run of those 14 straight divisional championships. And talk about some great pitchers he played behind. Glavine, Smoltz, of course, Greg Maddux. That team was loaded. Here's a strike. And I was listening to an interview he did recently with Ed Randall and Kevin Kennedy. Here's a strike. And they were asking about his playing days and who he learned the most from. And he said, actually, he learned the most from Greg Maddux. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 taken. Nice pitch right there by Liberatore. Gets his second strikeout of the game, and he gets Ryder Jones here. So the Knights go 1-2-3 for the first time. 3 in the books. Knights have a 2-0 lead here at Truist Field. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Well, somewhere in the ballpark right now, my family is laughing.
They're laughing.
Oh, Toby Keith should have been a cowboy. That's the only song. If I ever had to do karaoke, Mike, that's the only song I know the words to. And for someone who can't sing, I go around the house all the time singing the song, driving them crazy.
Well, I'm sure they're keeping the Dippin' Dots booth busy.
We go to the 4th inning, and the Charlotte Knights have a 2-0 lead. Brandon Donovan's going to lead off in this inning. And with the play-by-play, back for his 17th season.
That's right.
I'm old, but this dude's not young either. No. Mike Pacheco.
That's 17 years together.
That's right. That's my work life.
Yeah, I mean, you still had a whole career before me.
I did. And I hope I don't have a whole career after you. I may never retire, but
I'm with you. I'm so with you. Here's Park's 0-1 pitch, and it's going to be outside low. And a ball, and that'll leave it up to count 1-1 here on Brendan Donovan, who was born in Germany. Here's the 1-1, and it's going to be cut on and missed. His dad was a deputy commander in the Army in Germany when he was born. Here's the 1-2 to the plate. It's going to be outside and low, 2-2.
It didn't take long for me to get a text message. They played your song.
They played your song.
Yep.
They're on the same wavelength as you.
They are.
Next time we'll have to get a microphone up here. Here's the pitch inside.
I don't think you want to hear me sing.
Oh, I think that would be worth that would go viral. I don't know if the guys in the video room are listening. Next time you play that song, grab a microphone from Matt. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be swung on and sent out past second base. Remillard, no chance, and legging it down Hazley in center field. So it's the leadoff single. That's the first hit off John Park. Trying to remember, I did a Neil Diamond song for my, I think it was Neil Diamond, so long ago. Our bus broke down in Salisbury, Maryland, went out the Intimidators, and it was a Sunday night, and we walked a mile back to go to this restaurant to get the kids something to eat. And the pitch is going to be in for a strike on Gorman, down and in, strike 1.
The kids, he's talking about the players.
The players, that's right. Well, I was a kid then, too. And, we ended up being there like 4 hours. A lot of songs on the karaoke there. There's the almost karaoke night. Finally, the bus picked us up and ended our night of merriment and singing.
Yeah, I'm the furthest thing from a cowboy, Mike, but I do watch Yellowstone.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be swung on and Fouled off the short wall in front of the dugout. Third base side, strike 2. No, I'm way behind on that, but the first season was terrific.
Yeah, it's great. And I own 2 pairs of cowboy boots.
No way.
I do.
You own 2 pairs of cowboy boots?
They're very comfortable.
Was one a gift? Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's going to ride high above the letters.
One was, actually, from my wife.
2 strikes.
And the second one was a purchase that I made.
Okay.
Thinking about a third pair, too.
You don't scream cowboy to me. Here's the 1-2, and it's going to be cut on and missed. Strike 3. So that'll be strikeout number 5 for John Park. It's out number 1, and now Juan Yepes coming up, first baseman. Can you wear cowboy boots on a sailboat?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Recommended.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of boat you have. You got a big old boat that someone else is sailing, sure. It's out of my price range.
Yepes,
I've got that 6-foot dinghy.
inflatable. Here's a snap throw to first, but diving back safely is Donovan.
So on my boat, no.
Dinghy.
But you know what? Tomorrow,
Hey, Judge, you scratched my anchor.
tomorrow, Mike, wear some cowboy boots.
All right.
Just for you.
I don't own cowboy boots. Do you have a hat? Do you have a cowboy hat?
I do not.
You can't. Is it legal in the South to have cowboy boots and not a cowboy hat?
I think so.
Here's the 0-1 to the plate. It's going to ride up. Evens count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
This pair I got in Houston.
Really?
Yeah. You'll like them. I'm telling you, before the year's over, Mike's going to have a pair of boots. I'm going to take him over to Tacovas. Going to get him a pair.
1-1 smash pass third into left field. Second hit of the inning moves Donovan into second base. Yepes at first with his first hit of the game. And now Alec Burleson, who struck out swinging in the second, comes up next. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You'll be styling in the Big South next winter.
Now, I could wear a 10-gallon hat now.
You got a big old head, big old melon.
Does it come in extra large? So Burleson, he was the second strikeout victim for John Park. So it's the second time through the order. And John Park had set down the first 9 with 4 strikeouts. He has 1 strikeout in this inning, and now we'll reset here before delivering the pitch to Burleson. 5 for 14 in 4 games, now 5 for 15. And he swings at the first offering, fouls it back out of play.
Don't you think, after 6 months, people have missed this? Have you missed me, Mike?
I have missed you, yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do. Why would you say that? That's mean. Of course I miss you. If I didn't miss you, I wouldn't be here. Have you missed me?
Every now and then.
Yeah. Well, we talk in the off season. Probably not as much as we should. This was a crazy off season, though. Here's the 0-1, swinging a ground ball left side of the infield. That's going to get through with the shortstop playing close to the bag. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and now the bases are loaded. 3 singles in the inning, and now the tying run is at second base. So you have the bases loaded. Knights had 2-0 here in the 4th.
I was going to say, it feels like they get shorter every year, but they do because now we play more games, go later, and now we're starting back in April again. So it is 6 months on, 6 months off.
Well, I think the big change too for us, we're both involved in our kids' lives, and one's exhausting. I can't imagine what triplets in a 4th.
They're all playing sports now and doing different things. They're always active every night.
So you're like an Uber driver in the off season. Here's Baker, takes outside, ball 1.
Had the night off last night, so I was chef and everything last night.
You have the luxury of being a chef and an Uber driver, but without the salary. Here's the 1-0. That's going to miss low. Ball 2. Beautiful night. Some great cooking scents. Speaking of cooking, we're getting some great scents coming from the ballpark up here from some of the great food items that are being offered below. Here's ball 3, and now a 3-ball count with 1 out. And the big Lucan Baker, the DH, and number 5 hitter at the plate. Knights have a 2-0 lead. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and there's ball 4. It's going to walk in a run. Now the tying run is at third base. Coming home is Donovan.
I bet you Baker's got some boots.
You think? Yeah. I would agree with that. And I have no problem with cowboy boots. Just not how I grew up. Pitch just a little bit up and out of the zone there.
Matt Zaleski going out, pitching coach for the Charlotte Knights. And, Park was just cruising along in the first 3 innings. But a couple of hits, back-to-back, then the walk to get a run in. Now it's a 2-1 game. This is a big spot for him right now.
It sure is.
Second time through the lineup. And, Wes said before the game, the third time is when you really start watching John, the third time through the lineup. So now it's the second time here tonight.
Yeah, they're kind of tracking him right now. So the base is loaded. The home plate umpire is going to go out and make a visit. That's Cody Clark. Emilio Jimenez at first. Adam Beck, the second base umpire. Alex McKay is at third. That 4-man crew. First mound visit for the Knights. No, if Skechers came up with a cowboy boot, I think I would be in. Nice cushioned heel.
Well, they've come a long way, but I'm telling you, you'd be surprised.
Okay. So bases loaded. 1 run is in. 2-1 Knights. Redbirds threatening, though, here in the 4th. Swinging a ground ball. Could be, it's going to be 1 on the runner. Throw to first. It gets by Zavala, so 1 run in. A second round coming around. The runner going to second base is out. He was tagged out. So 2 outs.
Yeah, Remolard's throw. Was that Remillard? Or no, that's Romy Gonzalez.
It was Romy Gonzalez.
Gonzalez's throw was low and it got by the first baseman. So another run scores, and now the Redbirds have the lead 3-2. So it can happen very quickly.
That's right.
Turn very fast here in the top of the 4th inning, and now the Knights still just 2 outs in the inning. Haven't put that second out up on the scoreboard. 2 outs here, but now they trail by 1.
So it brings up Sanchez, takes ball 1. Capel, the runner at first. Swinging a ground ball, slow roller, fair ball at third base. Sliding, Park can't get to it. It'll be an infield hit for Sanchez, and now runners at first and second base.
By the way, Mike, Capel got an RBI fielder's choice.
Yep.
That second run, Burleson scoring on the throw, so he needs 6. Not up on the board yet, but that's how that third run had scored. Now it's first and second. You've got Spangenberg coming up.
Spangenberg with 2 on and 2 outs. First pitch is going to be in there for a ball, 1-0. Spangenberg hit a comebacker to Park his last time up. That was in the 3rd. Redbirds now up 3-2. 4 hits, an error in the inning. Knights still out hitting the Redbirds by a hit, though, 5-4. Knights have the game's only error. So second time through the order, a charm for the Redbirds. Here's the ball cut on and fouled at the plate. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Inning started with Donovan's single. Strikeout to Gorman, then back-to-back hits by Yepes and Burleson. Walk to Baker. Brought in the first run. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 men on, 2 outs here in the 4th. And the next one is going to be cut on and tipped into the mitt for strike 2. So Spangenberg behind in the count to John Park. A ball and 2 strikes. Spangenberg, the number 8 hitter in the order for Ben Johnson and the Redbirds. The 1-2 to the plate. Swung on high and sent out to deep left center field. Ball is tracking. It is up, and it's going to be a home run. Umpire signaling it's a home run.
Oh, I think he blew that.
I think he did too. I thought it was.
Alex McKay, the third base umpire, that is a blown call. I'm going to watch the replay, Mike, but I'm thinking that ball did not get over the yellow line, but nobody's arguing for the Charlotte Knights, so maybe he made the right call. You and I both, Miss Engel, thought it hit high off the wall.
Hit high off the wall.
Let's watch the replay.
Or maybe it hit the rail. Sometimes it hits that rail.
That's true. Let's see.
We're getting a look at the replay here in the booth.
Hit the railing.
Hit the rail.
Hit the railing.
That was
the
right
call. That is a good call. So
it's now 6-2 on that 3-run homer by Spangenberg.
Yeah, Alex McKay made the right call right there. At first, because the angle looked like it hit the wall, but it hit the railing above it and came down to give us the impression it hit the wall.
Yeah, it had that angle back. Here's a ball to DeLuzio, so the count 1 ball and 1 strike. So a big inning for the Redbirds. Pitch is going to be fouled off. And strike 2. So now a ball and 2 strikes.
You know, a good indicator too, Mike, is when the play ends like that and nobody's complaining.
Yeah. That's the right play. And credit Alex McKay, third base umpire. He was on it, Matt. I mean, he was giving that signal right away. Here's a swing and a ground ball left side of the infield, knocking it down. Remillard, and the throw to first on a hop. No good. So safe is DeLuzio. That was with the second baseman on the shortstop side of the bag.
So how humbling is this game? You got a guy like John Park who cruised through the first 3, set all 9 down, struck out 4, comes out in the 4th inning. He's now faced 9 batters, given up 6 runs and 6 hits. Activity in the bullpen, but they're not ready yet.
So Donovan, here's a throw down to second base, and they get the out on the pickoff, caught stealing to end the inning. So Donovan doesn't come up. They have the pickoff play, and they get the runner, DeLuzio, out at second base. That'll end the inning. A big one for the Redbirds. They get 6 runs in the inning. They lead it after 3.5. 6-2 on the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Knights coming to bat here in the home half of the 4th inning. Micah Rodolfo leads it off against Matthew Liberatore, and the first pitch down low is ball 1. So Rodolfo a strikeout swinging in the 2nd inning. Then Sebi Zavala, Dwight Smith Jr. Liberatore now a 4-run lead. And he takes up high ball 1. Excuse me, ball 2. 2-0 for Rodolfo. Knights scored 2 runs in the 2nd inning. Solo home run by Sebi. RBI double by Payton. Here's a swing and a roller back to the pitcher. Liberatore will field it in front of the mound and throws over to first base to Yepes for the out. So the put out is 1-3. And it brings up the Knights catcher, or excuse me, first baseman tonight. He is one of the 3 Knights catchers on the roster, with Nick Chufo's on the bench tonight and Carlos Perez, who's handling catching duties. Sebi, his first home run of the year. That was with 1 out in the 2nd inning, out to left field. And the first pitch outside, ball 1. Knights went 1-2-3 in the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch, cut on, tipped for a strike. 1-1. So since Hazley's ground out to end the 2nd inning, 5 straight retired by Liberatore. Now the 1-1, and it is outside off the plate, ball 2. So works the count to 2-1 for the Knights first baseman. Great for Sebi to have that flexibility too. Can catch, play first. 2-1, cut on and miss. High fastball is strike 2. Sebi born in Fort Hood, Texas, 29 years old. Hard ground ball past the diving Spangenberg at short out to left field. And it's a 2-hit game for Sebi Zavala. Now brings up Dwight Smith Jr., who grounded out to the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. That was back in the second inning. Knights down 4 after a 6-spot put up in the top half of this inning. Good hard smash, though, well struck by Sebi. Spangenberg could not come up with it, probably about a foot short, diving to his right. And here's Dwight Smith Jr., and the first pitch is a called strike. Low on the outside corner, strike 1. 56 pitches for the Southpaw Liberatore. Time's going to be called at home plate. So Smith will take that right foot out of the batter's box. Left-handed hitter. Scoops up some dirt, now takes a practice cut. Meanwhile, Liberatore tall on the mound. Kicks and delivers, and the fastball is in for a strike on the outer half low. Strike 2. So Spangenberg, his first home run of the year in the top half of the inning. Helped build a 6-run inning. Next pitch is going to be cut on and missed. It was dropped by the catcher. First base occupied, so Smith is out. 2 outs in the inning, and Zach Remillard coming up. That's the third strikeout for Matthew Liberatore. A former first-round pick by the Tampa Bay Rays. Was involved in that big trade in January 2020 that included Jose Martinez and Randy Arozarena. First pitch is going to be a called strike here to Remillard, strike 1. Zach, the second baseman tonight, a single run scored. That was in the second inning. Lefty delivers. Next pitch cut on and missed. Strike 2. 86 mile an hour on the fastball, and it's now 2-strike count on Remillard, the number 9 hitter in the Charlotte order tonight. Here on the Knights home opener, both teams enter at 3-3. Liberatore ahead in the count. Now the 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be in the dirt low out in front. It is ball 1. Liberatore, big year last year. He was the Cardinals' minor league pitcher of the year. He spent most of the season with the Redbirds, and he finished with a 4.04 earned run average. That was in 124 innings. 1-2 fastball high, and the count even 2-2. That was the most pitched in the Cardinals organization, by the way, 124 and 2/3 innings. Here he has a 2-2 count with 2 outs, and the 2-2 is going to be cut on and missed. A 94 mile an hour heater gets by the swing of Remillard. 4th strikeout for Liberatore. Knights retired here in the 4th. After a 1-out single, they leave a man. After 4, Charlotte trailing Memphis 6-2 on the Knights Baseball Network. New pitcher for the Charlotte Knights. It'll be Kyle Kubat coming in, the Nebraska native. 6'1" left-hander. His first pitch is a called strike. Brendan Donovan leading off for the second consecutive inning. Ground ball back up the middle. It's fielded by Romy Gonzalez. Throw over to Zavala at first. In time for the out. Not sure if Kubat grazed that. It did come awfully close to his glove. Nonetheless, Gonzalez able to field it cleanly for the out. And there is one away here in the 5th. So the next batter steps in. It's Nolan Gorman. Takes outside, low ball 1. Kubat with the Knights last year, pitched in 24 games, had a 2-3 record. Here he delivers a strike to even the count at 1-1. Next pitch swinging a ground ball past the third baseman Jones. He was shading over towards short, and a good piece of hitting by Gorman going the opposite field and just sneaking that in past the bag at third. So a one-out single, and now Juan Yepez coming up. Yepez had a single in that 6-run fourth. So a hit in 2 at-bats. First time up, it was a ground out to the second baseman, Remillard. Now he's shading up the middle, Remillard is. Fastball is going to be in. Shuffles Yepez back off the plate, and ball 1. 1 out on the ground out by Donovan to lead off the inning. So man on first, 1 away. And the number 3 hitter in the order batting. Here's the 1-0 by Kubat, and it's going to be out in front for a strike. And evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Six-foot-1 lefty fires, and a swing and a miss by Yepez. 88 mile an hour is up in the zone, cut on and missed. And it's a ball and 2 strikes with Gorman the runner at first. Curveball paints low and away and just misses. So 2-2 your count. Memphis 9 of 11 on stolen base attempts. They were 9 of 10 coming into the game. DeLuzio on the pickoff caught stealing to end the 4th. Next pitch is going to be cut on and into the mitt for Perez, strike 3. So Kubat, his first strikeout. That'll be the 6th strikeout for Knights pitching tonight. And it brings up Alec Burleson. Left-handed hitter. Takes a big cut on a sweeping breaking ball down and away. And strike 1. A single, his last time up, run scored, and a strikeout. Burleson went to East Lincoln High School, so not too far from here. Went to ECU. 0-1 pitch paints off the plate. Tried to get him on a similar pitch to swing. This time, Burleson holds off to even the count, 1-1. Alec Michael Burleson, 23 years old. He was born in Charlotte. Pitch is going to be low. And ball 2, 2-1. Last year in High A, Peoria. Here he swings and sends one out to shallow center field, and the shortstop, Romy Gonzalez, going back. Looked like Hazley may have lost it in the sky, but tracking it was Gonzalez for the pop-up out, and the final out here in the top of the 5th. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. We've played 4.5. Charlotte trailing Memphis 6-2 on the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Mark Payton leads it off for the Knights here in the home 5th inning against Matt Liberatore. First pitch is going to be in and off the mid of Ali Sanchez, the catcher, and that is ball 1. Payton a double, RBI double in the 2nd inning. That scored Zach Remillard. And a ground out to the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. So now up for the 3rd time with the Knights down 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. And it was a big crooked number. Here's a hard liner right to the first baseman, Yepez. It was a low liner, and Yepez off the shoe tops and off the brown dirt at first base just lifted it up for the out. It was a really hard hit ball by Payton. But unfortunately, it was in the range of Yepez. So 1 out here in the 5th. Adam Hazley the bat next, 1 for 2. He had an infield single in the first. And the first offering by Liberatore will miss down low. And ball one. Now the next pitch paints on the lower outer half for a strike. And it will even up the count at a ball and a strike. Next one is going to be cut on and missed, so now strike two. Tall lefty fires, misses high above the letters in. Evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next one on the way is down low and away. So now a full count, 3-2. Liberatore has had really not many deep counts, and this one's going to be cut on and missed. Strike 3. Second out of the inning. That'll be strikeout number 5 for Liberatore. Matthew Joseph Liberatore from Peoria, Illinois. He'll foul off the first pitch. Gonzalez will foul it off, rather. Strike 1. Single and 2 at bats for Romy. There's now activity in the Redbirds bullpen. Here's a pitch inside that misses for a ball. 94-mile-an-hour fastball at 1-1. .22 years old. Pitch is going to be cut on by Gonzalez, fouled off, first base side out of play. Born November 6, 1999. Last year, 9-9 with a 4.04 ERA. Started 18 of 22 games for the Redbirds. Like many, did not pitch in 2020, although he was at the alternate training site. Pitch is going to be jammed inside, cut on and missed, and Gonzalez out on strikes. Number 6 for Matt Liberatore. We may have seen the end of him. He may leave after 5 innings with a 6-2 lead. Knights go in order 1, 2, 3. So it's 6-2 Redbirds. Knights coming to bat. Move along to the top of the 6th. Knights are trailing 6-2. Kyle Kubat for his second inning of work. His first pitch is down low and misses for ball 1. So Lucan Baker to bat. Had a RBI walk in the 4th inning, his last time up. Lefty Kubat fires, pitches cut on and missed. That's a big swing for Baker and a miss. 0 for 1. Struck out in the 2nd inning. He was forced out trying to go to second base after the walk in the 4th. So an RBI, his 3rd on the year, now fouls off the 1-1 offering, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful night here in Uptown Charlotte. Nice home opener. Lefty Kubat fires, pitches outside, misses off the plate. 2-2. Blake Parker, a right-hander, going out to the Redbirds bullpen. Knights have the shift on, 3 infielders on the left side. The 2-2 swung on in the air, first base side. It's going to get up over the screen and lands down below. Fan catches it in the luxury suites, so good job. Great crowd on hand here. The Knights' 8th opening night with 2020 canceled. It's our 9th season in Uptown Charlotte, but this is the 8th minor league opening day. The 2-2 is cut on and missed, strike 3. So fastball on the outer half, cut on missed. That's strikeout number 2 for Kyle Kubat, and number 7 in the game for Knights pitching. 1 away, nobody on. There's Connor Capel. First pitch, fastball's cut on and missed. Strike one. Capel reached on that fielder's choice, had an RBI. Non-roster invitee to the Cardinals spring training. The 0-1 paints to the outer half. Is strike two, and Capel now behind in the count, 0-2. 114 games last year for Memphis. Hit .261. Here he just sprays one foul to the opposite side, up on the net, third base side to stay alive. Strike two. Capel from Katy, Texas. He'll turn 25 in May 19th. Fifth round pick by Cleveland in 2016. Here he has a cut and a miss, and that is going to be strikeout number 3 for Kyle Kubat. It's the second out of the inning. And now 8 strikeouts for Knights pitchers tonight. They're trailing by 4. The really one bad inning in this game was the 4th, a 6-run inning. And unfortunately, you can't separate that from the entire story. If you do that, the Knights have a 2-0 lead. So here's Ali Sanchez. Curveball is taken for a strike. Good pitch by Kubat to get ahead 0-1. Sanchez in his second season with the Redbirds. The 0-1 pitch is up high and away. So that'll be a ball. 1-1 is the count. Last season, 7 games with the big league club, St. Louis Cardinals. He was acquired last February from the New York Mets. Next pitch is going to be up high. Ball 2, works the count, 2 balls and a strike to Sanchez. 1 for 2 in this game. Sanchez had a single, scored a run in the 4th. He came in on that 3-run Spangenberg home run. Now the next one low is a ball, and it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count on Sanchez. A strikeout in the 3rd. Hitters count the 3-1. It's up high, ball 4. And that is the second walk issued by Knights pitching tonight. Not a lot of walks in this game. In fact, the Knights, 6 hits, but they do not have a walk on the hitting side and 2 walks on the pitching side. So a 2-out walk. And here is Spangenberg. First home run of the season came in the 4th on a 1-2 pitch by John Park. And the first one is outside for a strike called. 0-1 on Spangenberg. Had a comebacker to Park in the 3rd inning. The first 3, in fact, were terrific for John Park. Next one down and away. Strike 2. Cut on and missed by Spangenberg. Now the 0-2 from Kubat. It's going to be down and away. Here's a throw from Perez down to second base. It's going to be off the mitt. So in at second base is Sanchez. Went after the ball was in the dirt or was trailing down and away, and then he ran. So kind of a delay run there. Count 1-2 to Spangenberg. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And it doesn't matter. The last one is going to be cut on and missed. Strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kubat. 9 total for Knights pitchers. And we go to the middle of 6 here in Uptown Charlotte with the Knights trailing the Redbirds 6-2 on the Knights Baseball Network. Knights coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Liberatore has exited in his Blake Parker, the 6'3" right-hander from Fayetteville, Arkansas, takes over. He'll face Carlos Perez, Ryder Jones, and Miker Adolfo. Swinging a ground ball first pitch to the shortstop. Spangenberger fires across the diamond with the shift on. and gets Perez for the first out of the inning. So the Knights last had a base runner, Sebi Zavala, in the 4th inning. Then it was now 6 straight retired, and Ryder Jones, the lefty, to face the righty. Interesting delivery for Blake Parker. The righty delivers, and the pitch is swung on, pulled right side. It's going to be fielded by Yepes. Pitcher covering, steps on the bag in front of Jones. And that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the putout going 3-1 at first base. So 2 away, and Micah Rodolfo, who is 0 for 2, coming to bat next. Seven straight retired since the Zavala single in the 4th. And if you go back to the 2nd inning, Knights have just 1 base hit since the RBI double by Payton. First pitch high, misses out of the zone to Micah Rodolfo, ball 1. So 12 of the last 13 retired. Liberatore out of the game. It's Parker on the mound, has a slight lean. Glove at the belt, now kicks and delivers, and a fastball cut on missed is strike 1. Excuse me. Check that, strike 2. First pitch was a called strike. 0-2. The count on Adolfo, looking for his first hit of the game. And the 0-2 misses high. Ball 1. 1-2 now for the Knights right fielder tonight, with Sebi Zavala on deck looking to get on and get to the plate. But he needs Adolfo to reach with 2 outs. Base is empty. Knights are down 4 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2. The appeal to first. He did not go around. So pitch was called a ball. And the appeal was to see if Micah offered at it. He did not. And it's a 2-2 count. Arm dangled down. The glove out and then back in a kind of a circular motion. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside and away. And the catcher, Ali Sanchez, thought that was strike 3, but instead it's ball 2. Now the Knights do not have a walk on the hitting side tonight. Knights pitchers have given up 2 base on balls. Blake Parker has retired the first 2 Knights hitters, now has a full count to Micah Rodolfo. Here comes the payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball. It's going to be where the second baseman would be playing without the shift on, and that's a base hit. So the Knights have just their 2nd hit since the 2nd inning, first since the 4th. It's a 2-out single. Now Sebi Zavala, who has 2 of the Knights' 7 hits in the game. He's batting next. Sebi's first home run in the 2nd inning. Had a single in the 4th. So now has 6 hits in 11 at-bats. Facing Blake Parker. The Arkansas right-hander fires and he misses up high. Ball 1. Sebi batting 7th in the order, playing first base. Has Dwight Smith at first. Now 2 outs. Knights down 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to scratch something across with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-0, and it's going to be low. And ball 2. So the Knights hitters, 7 hits. No walks, 6 strikeouts. Each side has a home run in the game. Spangenberger, a 3-run blast. Sebi's was a solo 1-out home run. Knights catcher waves the bat in a circular motion twice. Now puts the bat up over the shoulder. The 2-0 from Parker, swung on, sent high into the air, not very deep. Center fielder DeLuzio takes a step back and now to his right makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Knights here in the 6th. Extinguished after the 2-out single by Adolfo. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. Knights trailing 6-2. Singing Cowboy is back next on the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Moving along now to the top of the 7th inning. DeLuzio, the center fielder, leads it off, then Brendan Donovan and Nolan Gorman. Kyle Kubat working for his 3rd inning. Back with the play-by-play once again. Here's Matt Swerad.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Here's the pitch by Kubat. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner.
Did you get any singing lessons while you were?
Did not, know. But the kid's got a good laugh
I'm sure they
out of
chuckled.
the whole story.
The one song you know.
Here's the pitch, and it's popped up. First base side, foul ground. The catcher now coming back, and Perez cannot reach that one. It's over the screen back in the seats. 2 strikes on DeLuzio, who tonight has reached base 1 time. He's 1 for 2. Had a single, but then picked up caught stealing to end the 4th inning. So Park went 4, and now Kubat is in for his 3rd inning of relief. He's given up 1 hit and 1 walk. He's struck out 4 batters. Here's a foul ball. Top of the batting order is next. That is Donovan and Gorman. Left side of the infield with a shift on. 3 infielders over there. Stretched by the lefty Kubat. He kicks and delivers, and it's fouled back on the screen. Fouls a fastball back. Take a look at the big league scores in just a moment. We're in the top half of the 7th inning here at Truist Field tonight, the home opener. Now the pitch hit on the ground, foul, third base side. There is action in the Redbirds bullpen again, a lefty warming up. Knight's pen is quiet right now. 6-2, the Redbirds lead. Here's the pitch, and it's down low. So Tampa Bay is hosting Oakland, and the Rays are beating the Athletics 6-3 in the 4th inning. G-Man Choi's at a home run. Phillips has 1, and Lowe has 1. Lowry hitting 1 for the Athletics. Pitch is going to be on the inside corner, strike 3. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. Stands up DeLuzio, and now Kubat has fanned 5 hitters. Here's the top of the batting order, Brandon Donovan. He's 1 for 3 tonight, a base hit and a run scored back in that 6-run 4th inning. Well, it's amazing. John Park set down the first 9, and then in the 4th inning, it was just the complete opposite. Here's a comeback, or a nice job by Kubat to reach and grab it, and he runs three quarters of the way to first base and flips the ball the rest of the way over to Sebi Zavala, and now 2 outs in the inning.
Kubat 6-1. He used all of that right there. Jumped up on the high comebacker. Kind of a Baltimore chop. Nice play. But you're right, it was like 2 different outings for John Park. I mean, the first 3 innings breezing through, and then just kind of a buzzsaw in the 4th.
And Kubat comes in. He is now about to work potentially his 3rd consecutive scoreless inning. Pitch is outside. You know, Park, he struck out 5 batters and looked really good when he was mowing hitters down in the first 3 innings. And now Kubat has set down 5 on strikeouts of 10 hitters he's faced. Pitch here is up high, 2-0 on Nolan Gorman, who has 2 strikeouts and a base hit today. Lefty facing a lefty. 2-0 pitch is down the middle. That's a called strike. Fastball at 91. The count 2-1. Right now the Knights trail 6-2 in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch, and it's inside, and that'll be ball 3. The Mets trying to pick up their 4th win. They're 3-2 right now. They're on top of the Phillies, 1-0 in the 6th inning in Philadelphia. Brandon Nimmo hitting a home run, his first of the year. It'll be a 3-1, and it misses off the plate, ball 4. Second walk allowed by Kubat. Both have been 2-out walks, 1 last inning, and now 1 here in the 7th inning. And it's going to bring up Juan Yepez, who's 1 for 3. A single and a run scored in that 6-run 4th inning. He's also fanned 1 time and bounced to second base 1 time. They're going to the 5th inning at Camden Yards. The Brewers and the Orioles are tied at 4. Time called by the hitter. Yepes, a big right-handed batter, stands deep in the box, out over the plate. And the pitch to him is going to be on the inside corner for a called strike at 92 miles an hour. Yankees beating the Blue Jays right now, 3-0 in the fourth inning. Hicks with his first home run of the season. That's at Yankee Stadium. It'll be an 0-1, and it's hammered towards center field. And that'll be caught by Adam Hazley. Took a step back, reached up, and made the catch of that line drive that was smoked right at him. And the inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, and 1 man left. Stretch time at Truist Field. It is 6-2 right now. The Redbirds have the lead. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Charlotte Knights right now down 6-2. There is a reliever warming up in the Charlotte bullpen. Kubat was very good in 3 innings. So long relief, 1 hit, no runs. Keeps the Knights in the game as they trail by 4. And a new pitcher on the mound now for the Redbirds. And his first one is going to be outside.
It's Packy Naughton from Boston, Mass. I could have called that.
That's a great name.
That's a Boston name, if there ever were.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
I heard that and I was like, oh, that guy's got to be from Boston.
South Boston. Right?
Yeah, well, anywhere in Boston, but yeah, it's probably right. Naughton.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Could have been a character in Good Will Hunting.
Oh, the town.
Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2 on Smith. Left-hander. Naughton is 6'2", 25 years old, as Mike said, from Boston. Into the windup, he delivers, and it's hit on the ground back up the middle. Tough play for the second baseman, Gorman, and he can't make a play on the ball. He went to a knee to knock it down, and even had he come up with it cleanly, he probably does not throw Smith out. Dwayne has pretty good speed down the line. He was hustling, and that was a tough ball to the right of the second baseman, way up the middle. If he makes that play for an out, that's a big-time play. It's going to be a base hit. So Smith now 1 for 3. Brings up Zach Remillard for the Charlotte Knights. 8 hits now in the game for Charlotte. Naughton now delivers, and a bunt. That's a foul ball. And it hit him in front of the plate, and he's going to be out. The umpire behind home plate at first didn't signal out, but then once he stepped in front of the plate, did put his right hand in the air. Now Remillard comes over and asks him about it. If it hits you still in the batter's box, it's a foul ball. If it hits you outside of the box in fair ground, it's an out. And watching the replay, he was out of the box in front of home plate, and the ball hit him. That's a good call right there by Cody Clark, the plate umpire. They get the out. Staying on first is Smith, 1 away. Give the put out to the catcher. And now the hitter is Mark Payton, back up to the top of the lineup. You almost never see that, too.
No, it's hard. Yeah, it's not easy to do.
Breaking pitch inside. Lefty facing a lefty. And Remillard was just trying to get on base. The Knights down 4. They did some base runners. Thinking about a bunt, put it down, and unfortunately it hit him in fair ground. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and a curveball and a good one. That'll be taken for a strike, 1-1. The Marlins and Angels tied 1-1 at the top of the 6th inning. That game is in Anaheim. Braves at home beating Washington 6-1 in the 4th. And the Dodgers and Twins no score in the 4th inning in Minneapolis. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled back on the screen. Memphis's parent club, St. Louis, at home tied with Kansas City 3-3. Albert Pujols back with the Cardinals this season, hitting his first home run of the season. Doing a lot of DHing for the Cardinals. Nolan Arenado's hit one as well. Perez and Taylor with home runs for Kansas City. They're going to the third in Texas. The Rangers on top of the Rockies 1-0. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. This one over to the right side, not a play. Red Sox won at Detroit today 5-3. Garrett Whitlock just recently signing a contract extension. 4 scoreless, hitless innings for the win. Red Sox now 2-3. Tigers 2-3. The Cleveland Guardians won 10-5 at Cincinnati. Guardians now 3-2. Terry Francona back in the dugout this year. Ramirez and Jimenez home runs for the Guardians. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled this time to the left side. White Sox beat Seattle 3-2. Lopez, the former Knight, got the win. Hendricks the save. Luis Robert, former Knight, a home run. And Eugenio Suarez hit a home run today for Seattle, the former Cincinnati Red, now Seattle Mariner. Cubs beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 2-1. Smiley got the win. Robertson his second save. 2 home runs for Suzuki for the Cubbies. Later tonight, the Astros at the Diamondbacks. Madison Bumgarner is going to pitch today for the D-backs. North Carolina native. Padres at the Giants. Cobb against Darvish. Pitch outside 2-2. And that's a check of the Major League scoreboard. We're in the bottom of the 7th here. 6-2 Memphis. On first base, Smith. Hazley on deck. 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down. Catcher blocking it. It's a strikeout. And now 2 outs in the inning. Of course, the Knights' colors black and gold. You can't light up a building with black lights in Uptown, so the Truist building is lit up in gold lights here today. Looking awfully nice on this Tuesday night. The Knights' home opener at Truist Field.
Well, I guess you could just turn the lights off.
Could turn the lights out. You could.
Same effect.
Hazley standing in, lefty on lefty. Now the pitch, and it's down low. Our TV cameras just caught a good shot of the skyline behind the outfield here at Truist Field. That building all lit up. Beautiful night.
Terrific.
Hazley 1 for 3 today. And now a throw to first base. So Liberatore, the starter, went 5. He's in line right now for a win. Blake Parker pitched the 6th inning. And Packy Naughton has been the pitcher here in the 7th. I can't say his name without a Boston accent.
It's hard. It's impossible. Well, that's such a Boston
Naughton.
name.
Here's the pitch. And a strike on the inside corner.
And he's got a friend Sully.
Probably does.
And Fitzy.
Mike and I both from that area. And I normally don't break into that accent, but this name is...
That's bringing you back.
It's just getting me, yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball left side. The shortstop has it deep in the hole. Long throw. Not in time. Nice effort by Spangenberg. He played it as well as he possibly could. Just such a long throw from the outfield grass. And Hazley, good speed down the line, beat it. Has an infield single. And now the Knights have the tying run in the on-deck circle. You got the big thumpers coming up now. Gonzalez, then Perez, followed by Jones if they get a little rally going with 2 outs.
Great to get a couple of runs, steal a couple of runs here. 2 outs in the 7th. Down 4. I mean, obviously you'll take more than that. But just chipping away would be nice.
Naughton deals, and it's hit on the ground to shortstop. Charging in, gloving in and throwing onto first in time is Corey Spangenberg. That was a close play. It was a slow chopper. He came in, grabbed it, threw onto first, and just did beat Gonzalez, who made it a very close play, closer than we thought it would be. Put out 6-3. And the inning comes to an end. The Knights come up empty here in the 7th inning. They get a couple of hits, leave a couple on base. We go to the top of the 8th. New pitcher coming in for Charlotte. They trail right now 6-2. Sideline Pacheco, Matt Swarad with you at Truist Field tonight. Back in the studio is Mario Washington. We go to the 8th inning. Knights down 6-2. Andrew Perez coming in to pitch now. Knights left-hander will face Burleson, Baker, and Capel. For the Redbirds, the middle of the batting order. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Redbirds. 2-9-1 for the Charlotte Knights. Alec Burleson has a base hit today. Has scored a run. He's 1 for 3. All the runs coming in the 4th inning for the Redbirds. 9 batters came to the plate. 6 runs on 6 hits in that inning. And Perez deals the ball 1-0. Perez looks in for a sign. And now deals. That'll be down the middle for a taken strike. Andrew Perez pitching for a 3rd time. 1 win and 1 loss. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. He has struggled with control with 5 walks. And he has struck out 3 batters. This pitch almost hit Burleson. He jumps back out of the way. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next one is hit on the ground to the right side. Nice big room service hop for Remillard. And the second baseman makes the play, throwing on to first. 1 down. It's just been that one bad inning. That's been it here tonight. That's all the Redbirds have needed. They lead 6-2, and now the batter is Baker. Lucan Baker, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Struck out in the 2nd and the 6th inning, and he walked in that 6-run 4th inning. Only walk that John Park allowed tonight. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be outside for a ball. One and nothing. Connor Capel is next. The pitch. That is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Knights have a shift on. Not one of those big over-exaggerated shifts, but they do have 3 infielders to the left of the second base bag. The second baseman only a few feet away from that bag, but still on the left side. Here's a drive to left, a line drive, but right at Mark Payton, who makes the catch. And it looked like and sounded like Baker hit that ball hard, but down off the end of his bat. And now 2 outs. Here comes Connor Capel. Capel's hitless in 3 trips, but does have an RBI. Lefty facing a lefty as Perez looks in. We're in the 8th inning. Knights trail by 4. And the pitch is popped up. He swings the first pitch and skies one on the left side. And the shortstop Gonzalez will make the catch on the dirt with 2 hands. So the Knights go out. The Redbirds go out 1-2-3 against the Knights left-hander Perez here in the top of the 8th inning. And we played now 7.5 here at Truist Field tonight. Memphis leading 6-2. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Bottom of the 8th inning. Knights coming up down 4, 6-2. And Carlos Perez will lead off. Packy Naughton back on the mound. Lefty winding up and delivers and throws strike 1.
Did a nice job in the 7th inning after giving up that leadoff single.
There's a swing and a high fly ball to left field. Burleson is under it and makes the catch, 1 away. So Perez hit that one a mile high, just missed hitting one out of the ballpark. A little bit further down on the bat. That's up on the roof of the Piedmont Natural Gas picnic deck. He's had a great start to the season, but tonight he's 0 for 4, and that is the first out. Here comes Ryder Jones to the plate. First pitch, a strike, 0-1 on Jones, who was hitless in 3 trips and 1 strikeout today. Naughton deals and misses down low. This one on the inside edge of the plate. That'll be a strike, and it's now 1-2. Mike Rodolfo is next. 1-2, swing and a foul ball back. Same 2 teams tomorrow night at 6:35. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball up at 93 miles an hour. And now 2 down here in the 8th inning, and it brings up Mike Rodolfo. The 7:04 starts on Thursday and Friday. Emilio Vargas pitching tomorrow. TBA for the Knights on Thursday. Lefty Wes Benjamin makes his second start of the season on Friday night. Memphis leads 6-2 here in the 8th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Adolfo a little late on that fastball that came in at 94. Redbirds trying to win for the 4th time in 7 games. Knights came into this game 3-3 as well. Here's the 0-1. Adolfo fouls it back on the screen. Couple of strikes. He was struck out, bounced back to the pitcher, and singled today. With the shift on, he hit it in the big open hole on the right side his last time up. They're not shifting him this time, but the second baseman is shading up the middle with the righty at the plate. It'll be an 0-2. A little bit low, ball 1. Sebi Savalas on deck. That fireworks after the game, brought to you by Truist. Nobody's left the ballpark. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. 2-2. Redbirds outfield straight away on Adolfo. He's got big time power. The windup. Now the 2-2. A little bit low. Adolfo's a big guy. That pitch below his knees. Micro's listed at 6'4". Kind of built like a linebacker.
He is.
Knights are out hitting the Redbirds tonight, but they trail 6-2. Naughton's pitch is strike 3 taken. Good pitch on the inside corner, a slider, and that'll do it for the Charlotte Knights. And Naughton looked awfully good in his 2 innings of work so far tonight. 1-2-3 frame. We've played 8, and it's 6-2 Memphis. Off to the 9th inning on the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Matt and Mike back at the corner of Graham and MLK as we go to the 9th inning for the first time at home this season. And the Charlotte Knights are down 6-2. Leading off, Ali Sanchez fouls the first pitch back. Perez back out there for his 2nd inning of work. He set down the side 1-2-3 last inning. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Redbirds. 2 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error today for the Charlotte Knights. Here's the kick and the pitch, and it's fouled away. You know what we haven't seen in a long time?
Each other?
Outside of that. Pitch up high.
What's that?
The Durham Bulls under 500.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
They came into the game 2-4, and they're getting hammered tonight 7-0 by Jacksonville at Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Now, it's very early.
Yep.
You know, just the 2nd week of the season, but here's a line drive. That's a fair ball to right field down the line in the corner. Adolfo is going to dig it out. It's a double for Ali Sanchez leading off here in the 9th inning. The Bulls won the championship again last season, and they have been the perennial favorites year in and year out in the South Division. But the South Division doesn't exist anymore, Mike.
That's no longer, right?
And maybe it's thrown them off their game.
Yep. I think, yeah, that's it.
They're about to be 2-5.
Yep.
Here's the pitch, and it's outside. One ball and no strikes on Corey Spangenberg. Lefty on lefty. Swing and a miss. Big uppercut swing. Sanchez with the double, his second hit. He's on base for a third time in the game. Leads away at second. He's a big add-on run right now if they can get it. Pitch inside. You can score runs quickly in this ballpark. Hey, the Redbirds did it in the fourth inning, getting all 6 of their runs. So even though they're leading by 4 right now, any more runs they could get would be welcomed runs for them. Here's a swing and a smash right at the shortstop, Gonzalez, on the ground. He's got it, throws to first for the out.
Close play.
Yeah, that was a close play. Spangenberg really hustling down the line, and it was hit hard, but Gonzalez playing straight up the middle had a weight on that ball, and he was on the edge of the outfield grass, so a long throw. But he makes it and gets the out at first base, and that big insurance runs over at third base now with 1 down. DeLuzio coming up, the number 9 batter. Has a hit tonight, 1 for 3. Knights will bring the infielders into the cut of the grass, the infield grass. Trying to keep that runner at third or cut him down to the plate. Not going to work. Base hit right up the middle. And even had the infielders been back, that was a clean hit.
Yep.
Unless they were shifting, and they weren't right there. So hard hit ball back through the middle. Second hit today for DeLuzio, and he picks up his 3rd RBI of the season, and now it is a 7-2 lead for the Redbirds. Brandon Donovan, top of the batting order coming up. First to throw to first base by Perez. And the runner gets back. Nolan Gorman is on deck, then Juan Yepes. So the top of the order. Donovan, 1 for 4 today. Check swing. They appeal at third base. That's a strike. Alex McKay, the third base umpire, said he went around. So now 9 hits in the game for the Redbirds. Each team with 9 hits. 2 in this inning off of Perez. And to throw to first again. Close play, but he's back. It'll be an 0-1, and that is inside. John Park started the game. He won 4 innings. Kyle Coupot in long relief pitched 3. And now Perez in his 2nd inning of work. Toss to first again. And the runner gets back. So between our last game on Sunday and tonight, the White Sox called up Jimmy Lambert, one of the starting pitchers. That's because Lucas Giolito got hurt and is now on the White Sox injured list. And also called up Anderson Severino out of the bullpen. Hard-throwing lefty. Here's a grounder past the diving Sebi Zavala for a base hit to right field. And over to third goes the base runner. Throw goes into second base. DeLuzio going first to third. 3 hits in the inning now for the Redbirds. And they're in a spot where they could potentially really blow this game wide open here in the top of the 9th inning. Right now it's a 5-run lead. So Donovan, a base hit, and DeLuzio over to third. And the batter now is Nolan Gorman, who has struck out twice, but has a single and a walk his last 2 plate appearances. Redbirds have already scored one time in this inning. Now looking for more. Lefty, lefty, here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Yepes would be next. Perez deals down low. The battery of Perez and Perez. Andrew and Carlos. Now the 1-1. Outside. Fastball missing, ball 2. Strike taken on the outside corner. Fastball right on the outside edge on the lefty Gorman. Gorman, one of the top prospects in the Cardinals organization. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. He's just 21 years old, out of Arizona. First got to AAA a year ago. Knights manager Wes Helms relaying some signals to Carlos Perez to tell him what signs he wants here, what pitch he wants, and it's a fastball outside. 3-2. Only one away. First and third. Redbirds leading 7-2, top of the ninth. Perez has the sign. He delivers and misses with ball 3 off the plate outside. And now the bases are loaded. In a 7-2 game here in the ninth inning, there's been nobody throwing in the bullpen. As I say that, Will Carter comes out and he'll make his way to the bullpen mound to begin throwing. So to get him a little bit more time, Sebi Zavala, the first baseman, and the catcher Carlos Perez, they go out to the mound. Now the second baseman Remillard joins in. And Carter now just getting up and getting loose in the bullpen. Bases loaded. And a chance right here to blow this game wide open. The Redbirds lead 7-2. The batter Juan Yepes, who tonight is 1 for 4. A base hit. He scored in that 6-run fourth inning. He's also bounced out, struck out, and lined to the center fielder. Gorman now walking for a second time of the game. Carter warming up quickly. He got the save on Sunday. Here's the pitch inside. You know, 3 guys in a row now, all very capable of knocking one out of here. Yepes, Burleson, and Baker. Spangenberg had a 3-run blast back in the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Swing lined up the middle. That's going to be knocked down. What a play, but they get nobody out. It hit the glove of the pitcher Perez. The second baseman Remillard dove and kept it on the infield. He flipped it with a no-look flip to the shortstop Gonzalez, but he wasn't at the bag yet. So they don't get any outs. A run will score. It's now 8-2. Some great defense, but unfortunately doesn't produce an out, and the bases remain loaded. The lead is now 6. And give the RBI to Yepes, his first tonight. Burleson now coming up, and it's a lefty-lefty matchup.
Tough break. Good play. I mean, good effort.
The pitch, swinging a ground ball to the right side. Remillard's got it, goes to second for 1. That's all they get. Run scores. It's now 9-2. So the put out at second base on Yepes, 4-6. Give Burleson a run knocked in. Scoring, Donovan. Over to third goes Gorman. A batter, Lucan Baker now. Three runs in the inning. And the lead is now 9-2. Here's the pitch. Check swing foul right into the Knights' dugout tunnel that goes towards the clubhouse. Knights now down 7 here in the 9th inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Right side. The count now 0-2. Same two teams tomorrow night. Game time 6:35. The gates open at 6. Here's the pitch. Popped up right side on the infield. And it's going to be Sebi Zavala, the first baseman, and he will make the catch to retire the side. But 3 big insurance runs for the Redbirds. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last call for the Charlotte Knights. And they trail 9-2. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network. Zach McAllister's going to pitch this 9th inning for the Redbirds. He's got a comfortable lead of 7 runs, 9-2. He's the 4th Memphis pitcher tonight. Becky Naughton did a good job. 2 innings, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. So now it's McAllister. No record. He's pitched 2 innings, but an ERA of 9.00. So he'll now pitch for the first time in this series. Leading off, Sebi Zavala. And the righty deals outside. He's kind of a sidearm thrower. Tall right-hander. 6'6". He's 34 years old, from Peoria, Illinois. Zavala, Smith, and Remillard lower third for the Knights here in the 9th inning. Now the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike, 93 miles an hour. Sebi's had a good night. 2 out of 3. Home run and a single. He's batting .500 since he joined us in Norfolk. Now the pitch. Outside. Sebi was outrighted by the White Sox to the Knights. Playing in his 3rd game. Next one, check swing, and it's a foul at the plate. The count now 2-2. Now, Sebi's actually playing in his 4th game. He missed the first 3 in Norfolk, and then he joined us and played the last 3. And now tonight is his 4th game. Now has 6 hits in 4 games. So he's 6 for 12. Has 2 doubles and now a home run. The count 2-2. Here's the pitch by McAllister. Swing and a miss. The ball pops out of the glove of the catcher Sanchez, but he picks it up and throws to first to complete the out. Strikeout, put out 2-3. And with 1 out here in the 9th inning, that's going to bring up Dwight Smith Jr. That's 10 strikeouts for Redbirds pitchers tonight. Liberatore struck out 6 in 5 innings. Smith, a left-handed batter. McAllister pitches and throws strike 1. Fastball at 92. Infield back, the outfield straight away here in the 9th inning with the bases empty. 9-2 Memphis. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. Memphis playing in the Queen City for the first time since these two teams were in the Double-A Southern League in the early 90s. Charlotte became a Triple-A club in 1993. Here's the pitch. And it's up high. 92, still in the Southern League. They were the Cubs Double-A affiliate. And those very colorful uniforms they used to wear. Black jerseys with all the multicolored stripes. Designed by Alexander Julian. Count 2-1 on Smith. Now the pitch. Up high. Kind of resembled the teal basketball uniforms that the Hornets used to wear. They were owned at that time by the same person.
Right.
And Julian had designed the Hornets uniforms as well. The count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Inside, that's ball 4, so Smith is on. Knights have a 1-out runner. Here comes Remillard. I remember that 92 Knights team. It was a fun team to watch. Had a player named Rusty Crockett who played the game the right way, played hard. Little guy, but he played much bigger than his actual size. He was a guy that, one of those guys you just want to have on your team. Every good team has to have a guy like Rusty Crockett.
Kind of a glue guy. Hard working.
When the Knights won the championship in 1999 with the White Sox being here, which is the first year of the White Sox, Remillard swings and misses. I think that guy was Brandon Moore.
Oh, yeah, BMO.
Played all over. Just a good guy to have on a club. And Mitch Simons, who played more, he was kind of in that role too. Very similar type of player. No balls and a strike the count on Remillard. Inside, ball 1. That's a strike. I think next season will be the 25th anniversary of that championship team. That was a good team. 1-2 on Remillard. Next one, swing and a miss. Fastball up at 95. That's a strikeout and 2 outs in the inning. And now the Knights are down to their final out tonight. Back up at the top of the lineup, here comes Mark Payton. Payton an RBI double in the second. And at that point, the Knights had a 2-0 lead. But now they trail 9-2. McAllister delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Smith at first base. And Yepes, the first baseman, playing behind him. A few feet off the line. They're playing Payton to pull. Moving the shortstop now over on the right side. Outfield straight away. And the pitch is hit right on the ground, right at the shortstop. And a throw to first in time for the out, and that is the ball game. So they had just moved Spangenberg over right behind the bag at second. And he was in the right spot with that ball hit hard, but right at him. And the game ends in that 6-3 ground out. And the Knights, for the home opener tonight, come up short. The final score is 9-2. Memphis winning it. Our postgame show is next. This is the Charlotte Knights Baseball Network.